Before we went for a break, Muthoni, we were looking into a lot of things within the Jubilee House. And remember, in March, the Jubilee Party is going to have its elections. And when we began, we looked at the camps. Which camp do you think will carry the day?
Of course, the pro-BBI will take the day.
It's about data and numbers. How are they going
data, to? It's about facts. It's what it is.
How will they tell us the journey there? How will they make it there?
First, the March elections will be a do or die for William Ruto. The DP will be looking into controlling the party for succession politics, for 2022 politics.
And remember, Muthoni, there's something that happened in 2017 where Kabogo came out and said something happened and this is the one who did it. Another one and another one and another one. Don't you think that the DP doesn't have still those muscles that will enable him to go through?
You say. So what will happen? Because the DP will lose. That's a fact, you say. So he will use proxies to register another party, you say. But what I can assure you, if Tuju comes and if the pro-BBI comes, they'll take the day. That's something I can assure you.
Using which formula? Because it must be, you see, if you're having a number of MPs behind you, a number of women reps, governors, and all these elected leaders and even nominated leaders, these are person who controls something, controls a number of people or even delegates, and they have networks. It is easier for them to penetrate through the ground. So how do you think, how possible is it that the Tanga camp will be defeated? Is that even
it's not
realistic?
About networks. It's about if you've been mentioned in corruption.
Do Kenyans take corruption issues seriously?
Yes, they do. So if you've been mentioned in corruption deals, the party will not allow you to buy. And Tuju has made that clear. You see, if you've been involved in any corruption deal, the party will not allow you to buy.
But you remember, when the Auditor General, Oko, when he was in office, he moved around the country. And there were volumes and volumes of reports. And it touched almost every Tom, Dick, every person. Are you very sure that even when Jubilee will be doing this, there are those ones, kuna wewe msemo kwa barabara tunaenda mahali unapigwa mwosho moja, then you said you are clean.
You see,
another one, Jubilee, and then another one like that.
Something. Jubilee is an integrity party. You see, we have structures, we have values. And it's as a result of those values that we've agreed, you see, that if you've been mentioned in any corrupt thing, you'll not be allowed to buy.
Still on that matter of the Jubilee Party, you mentioned something which actually is trying to crop up. The Transformational National Alliance, TNA, which has a provisional certificate, is associated with Moses Kuria, who is an ally of the DP, the Deputy President. And then also recently we have the Service Party, the TSP, which is associated with Mwangi Kiunjuri. Isn't it trying to bring out what Muthoni is saying, or don't they have some prior information that the house is on fire?
As the politics says, everyone anajipanga. If this one doesn't work, then you must be having an alternative. That is why you will go to board a matatu at the stage. You will reach there, matatus are not there, or there's traffic jam. You'll choose an alternative. Now, coming to that is in Jubilee, remember in 2013, it was an alliance kind of thing. Where TNA came, where TNA came and URP came. Now, coming 2017, there was need to amalgamate all these parties to form this one giant party called the Jubilee Party. Now, it was successful. All of us know it was successful, and most of the parties folded up and they came to form Jubilee. Now, as I said, a party is a vehicle. If you know that this vehicle cannot take me to where I am supposed to go, then you look for an alternative vehicle. What is happening right now? Because I said there's one who is fighting for legacy, another one is fighting for his own ambition. Succession politics. Now, if you look at Jubilee Party the way it is, seemingly things are not right inside it, and I will agree, things are not right, but Jubilee still won. Jubilee still won. But the thing is, someone is looking at beyond 2017, which took them to power. Now, if this party will still be there, definitely we will have the right candidates. And when I talk about the right candidates, the constitution says that everyone has a right to either be a voter or either to participate as a candidate. And in this sense, the deputy president is at liberty to vie for any seat. Even if he wants to go to Uasin Gishu and vie for a governor, well and good. Whoever party he chooses, that is it.
For the love of Kenya, our panelists want to hear from you. What do you advise the ruling party? What's the way forward to save this country from collapse? Because they're only a political party, but a ruling party.
So I would,
Modoni, then Alpha.
I would advise the deputy president to come on board. Forget about the 2022 succession politics.
Alpha, your parting shot. What do you think can be done?
I think where I stand, we could have gained more if the handshake was honest. And in this sense, we must go back. Let the president, let the former the former prime minister come together, tell Kenyans what is the real meaning of handshake. We saw the other day the stories about BBI. Until today, BBI report was out. But today we are being told that we need another report. I don't know from where. BBI itself, it came from us Kenyans. So I don't know why they are coming back to us. We cannot get the opinion of all the 47 million Kenyans. Even that 7,000 Kenyans that were interviewed and taken their views is a substantive number in statistics. So what is there? We need to have a honest discussion, all of us, on where we want this country to go. Jubilee, as our party had a very good manifesto of Big Four agenda. That is universal health care, we have agriculture, we have housing, and all that thing. So if the president and the deputy could concentrate on these Big Four agenda, as a country, we could be very far away. And in this case, our problem today is youth unemployment. Our problem today is the ballooning wage bill and so on. So in this case, let us be honest with ourselves. And if I can say something as a parting shot, if you go to Southern Sudan today, remember the stories of Riek Machar and the others. Southern Sudan people have come to realize that the problem is not themselves, but the two leaders. And I'm very sure if things continue like this, we as Kenyans will get tired, just like the Southern Sudanese people are getting tired. And we'll have to send all these people packing, whether it is Raila Odinga, whether it is William Ruto, whether it is Uhuru Kenyatta, because the interest of Kenya is more important than the interest.
So in short, everybody to come together and put the interest of Kenyans first. And that is Power Brief today. Dear viewer, it is politics that affects your daily moves. It is politics that determines how a country should be governed and run. Till next time, keep on interacting with us on our Facebook, that is CAC TV Kenya. Our Twitter handle is CAC TV Kenya, also on Instagram and on our YouTube channel. For me, Cornelius Omuse, I wish you a good evening.